Hello, I'm Carlton Leach. Slippy Gangster. Start film, aka Rise of the Foot Soldier, Hooligan, Gangsters' Wives, and EastEnders.
And at the moment you're doing a lot of charity work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what charities are you doing that for?
All depends what area we're in. I mean, we're doing this big thing for the heroes, for the like for the boys coming back home from Afghan and Iraq for Christmas, and we've done leukemia, special baby care units, whatever whatever sort of like. If it's a good cause, and I think it's worthy, I'll do it. Yeah.
And how did you get involved, particularly in the Help for Heroes charity?
Because I was in Vietnam, and I'm sorry, it's dodgy name. No, it's just they're our boys, and I think you've got to look after your own. They're out there doing the job, trying to keep all these people from blowing us up. So, sorry, it was a joke. No, but I just think it's that they deserve it, and they deserve to have. They're the real heroes, people like, because I've made a film, I'm this celebrity gangster, and people look at me, and they sort of class me as an hero, but I'm just a working class boy, and I could have been out there with them, but
So, but doing the Help for Heroes charity in particular, are you? Because I know in interviews, but in the past you've talked about how kids see the glamour in what you did before. Are you trying to draw attention to a different form of hero?
If kids are into violence and that's what they want to do, and if you've got this inner anger, why not join the army? If you want to fight, rather than walk the streets, putting their guns and shooting people at 17, 18 years of age and stabbing people, well, if you want to do it for a reason, fight for your country. And I think, like if you've got this anger and that's what you're into, the violence, I think that's the way to go. Sure. Not that that's, what I'm saying to you, I'm not saying to send out all the letters, but I just think, I don't know, if you want to hold a gun, hold it for the right reason. And
do you think there are similarities between,
hold up the post
office. Do you see similarities between, like, say, a firm or a gang in the way that there's the regiments in the army? Do you think young men look for that when they join a gang? They look for the father figure almost. It's
like a brotherhood thing, isn't it? It's a gang is sort of a form of whatever it is. It's a big gang, isn't it? It's loyalty, it's friendship, and it's comradeship. It's just something, like I did it in another sort of film, a mad film. I fought side by side on the terraces, on the doors, in the underworld, and these boys actually, they're doing it for the right reasons. They're Queen and country. They're putting the uniform on, and they're fighting side by side, and they've got that brotherhood, that friendship. So, but they're special people. Like they're way above me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and personally I think there's been a big change in the nature of crime. I mean, you used to have the kind of honour amongst the villains, thieves,
thieves.
That's it. And do you think that's gone out the window with the sort of rise of what the media have dubbed gun culture?
Most definitely. I'm coming up to 50, but I was brought up in the era of the back end of the Crays and the Richardsons. They sex on. You're not saying that. It doesn't mean they're good people, but there was a law, and it was the law of the jungle, and you had a law that you stuck by. You still had morals, principles. Children were still sacred. Your mum, your nan, and everything. As one of you read, she said, "Don't hurt their own." Nah, but what I'm saying is, I don't know. That's all gone out the window. There's no code now, no code of ethics, no morals, no principles, and I don't know. Once the old boys go and we go, I don't know, who's there to teach, sort of thing,
Why do you think the change, though? Is it drugs, or the breakdown in community, or race issues?
It's everything. We live in a multicultural society, where now, people come over from a foreign country, they want to stay with their own, and, they want to stick with their own language, and we're East End boys, our culture is, like, you can also have Cockneys, whatever, and you're proud to be a Cockney, but I don't know, it's hard work now, and I think it is a dying breed, you know what I mean? It's very much a dying breed. I don't know what the answers are, I haven't got all the answers, you know what I mean?
What do public authorities think of you now? These whole celebrity gangsters?
As in what, the police?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's... Who am I to say? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm on a different road now, and all I'm doing is trying to make things right. And I don't want sort of people to go, "Oh, he's a nice guy." I knew what I was, and I chose to live by the sword, and you die by the sword. But we're in a different society. All I want to do is I wouldn't like to see the kids waste their lives like they're doing. You know what I mean? At least we were sort of monitored by the older generation, and it was kind of a controlled environment. And I don't think that's there now. There's no rules. All the rules are out the window. So all I'm trying to say is, like, crime is not glamorous. It's a very dark, sinister world. And when you live in it, everyone thinks you're like this celebrity thing. Everyone wants to be a gangster, but there's more fucking pain than there is like fun. And it's a really, just to survive is an achievement in its own.
And do you welcome the celebrity factor? I mean, do you think that's going to help you out with helping other people out?
I don't want to be called a celebrity gangster. I don't even class myself as a gangster. I just think if you say I'm an hard man, well, I'd rather that status. But if I can guide young people and put them on the right route, that would mean more to me than, I don't know really. It's just, my rights and wrongs are different from what the government's rights and wrongs. So it's a different mentality, but all it is, I just don't want to see wasted life.
It sounds like a really harsh thing to say, but I mean, you've obviously got a big fan base. Yeah. Obviously, you have a following. But do you find that some people, like not just authorities but public, are almost like, it sounds harsh, but repulsed by you or something, like from your past? You kind of, how long do you think it would take for people to realise that you are this sort of reformed guy, that you're out to do good now?
But the thing is, it's like society needs people like us. We're like, it's better the devil you know. You know what I mean? We controlled the law on the streets in the underworld, the club scenes. We did the jobs that the police couldn't do and society couldn't do. We used to do the shit work basically, and there was a certain blind eye took to but you're only allowed to do so much, and then you cross the line. But you still need people. It's like another. It's a policing within a policing, if you understand what I'm saying. But as long as you don't cross the line and abuse the thing, you do possess a certain amount of power, but it's called, you mustn't abuse it. Yeah. At the end of the day, the police are there to do a job, and at the end of the day, it's like, we're not the good guys, we're the bad guys, but it's controlling that element and doing it a certain level where you don't cross the line. You mustn't go around doing that all day long, because it backfires. I don't know what the answers are. If I'm given a certain amount of space to do what I do, then I shouldn't abuse the facts. I should use it to the best ability, and if I can put a few things right for the wrongdoings I've done, well, but I don't expect people to say, oh, he's a nice guy now, blah blah blah. I don't care what people think about me. It's what I think about me and my family and children.
Sure. Yeah. And then what's your future hold? What do you plan to do?
Who knows? Look where I am today. I never thought sort of 5 or 6 years ago there'd be a film, books, and all this sort of thing. It was never planned like that. But if I'm in that position where people are looking at me on this level, I shouldn't abuse the facts. I should actually take it in hand and use it to the best ability and do it for the right reasons. I don't really care what, but if people think I'm the bad man, but I am the bad man. Do you know what I mean? That's what I am. But as long as my children, people, my friends love me, and the people around me, well, I'm still alive. So if I was one of the bad guys, I would have probably been sitting in the Range Rover and be dead. Yeah. So what meant to be? So obviously I've been given sort of, if I say a second chance in life, if this is my second chance, well, then make the most of it and do whatever I can to the best ability.
Yeah, well, good luck. Sure, it's too good.